Welcome to this vlog of DaveBeingNomadic. Today we are in Seward, Alaska, setting off on an unforgettable journey into the wild heart of Kenai Fjords National Park. Humpback whales, sea otters, bald eagles, puffins, glaciers, and dramatic coastal cliffs. We board a cruise through the stunning waters of Resurrection Bay, where every turn opens up a new kind of magic. This is Alaska at its rawest and most beautiful. Let's dive in. Welcome to this vlog of DaveBeingNomadic. Today we are setting sail from Seward, Alaska into the breathtaking wilderness of Kenai Fjords National Park. From the icy waters of Resurrection Bay to glaciers, humpback whales, sea otters, bald eagles, and puffins up close. This adventure is pure wild Alaska. Let's go! Seward may be a small town, but don't let its size fool you. Sometimes the smallest place leaves the biggest memories. Before we head out into the wild in a cruise, let's slow down for a while and soak in the heart of Seward. The marina is already buzzing with life. Fishing boats, luxury yachts, tour boats, everyone seems to be getting ready for a different kind of adventure. And if you look up, don't be surprised to see a seaplane flying overhead. Around here, landing on water is just another normal day in Alaska. I love places like this. No rush, no skyscrapers, just fresh sea air, mountains all around you, and people who genuinely seems happy to be here. As you walk through the downtown, you'll notice colorful gift shops, local cafes, fishing outfitters, and stories hidden around almost every corner. It's one of those places where you don't need a plan, just walking around is a part of an experience. But this town also carries memories that are much deeper. On March 27, 1964, the Good Friday earthquake, one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded, changed Seward forever. The earthquake and the tsunami that followed destroyed much of the waterfront and claimed many lives. Standing here today, it's hard to imagine the devastation. The memorial reminds us that while nature creates incredible beauty here, it also commands incredible respect. And maybe that's why Alaska teaches you best. Beauty and power have always gone hand in hand. Seward wasn't always the peaceful town you see today. It was founded in 1903 and named after William Seward, the man who negotiated the purchase of Alaska from Russia back in 1867. At the time, many people laughed at the purchase and called it Seward's folly. Safe to say, history proved them wrong. Very wrong. Back at the harbor, another side of Seward comes alive. Fishing. Fishing isn't just a hobby here, it's part of town's identity. Those fish cleaning stations you see are constantly busy during summer. Anglers return with salmon, halibut, lingcod, and sometimes stories that are even bigger than their catch. Around here, everyone seems to have a "you should have seen that one got away" story. In fact, Seward has built a reputation as one of Alaska's sport fishing capitals. Every year people travel around the world hoping to catch a fish of a lifetime. If you're wondering why there are fish cleaning stations all over the harbor, that's because fishing is a way of life here in Seward. Every day during summer, boats return loaded with halibut and salmon, and this place comes alive with anglers cleaning their catch before heading home. And then I came across this, probably one of the most photographed spots in all of Seward. It's Seward's historic fish weigh station. And here's something I found really interesting. This isn't just a photo spot. For decades, trophy catches have been brought here to be officially weighed before fishermen proudly posed for these photos. Some halibut caught in these waters have tipped the scales at well over 300 pounds. Looking at these old photographs, you can almost feel the excitement that filled this dock on those unforgettable days. Before we hop on the cruise, here's a quick look at where we're heading. We'll leave the harbor in Seward, cruise through the calm waters of Resurrection Bay, and enter the spectacular Kenai Fjords National Park. Along the way, we'll be searching for glaciers, whales, puffins, sea otters, and some of Alaska's most incredible wildlife. Standing here in line, waiting to board the cruise, it finally started to sink in. Alaska is one of those places you have heard about your whole life. Growing up, it always felt like a land of glaciers, whales, bears, and endless wilderness. The kind of place you read about in adventure books or watched in documentaries, just like the Amazon or the African savanna. And now, here we are, not reading about it, not watching it on a screen, actually standing here, just minutes away from experiencing it ourselves. Moments like this remind you that sometimes the place you have imagined for years really do exist, and every once in a while, you're lucky enough to become part of the story. As we finally get on board, this is our ride for next few hours into the wild side of Alaska. We are cruising with major marine tours heading deep into Kenai Fjords National Park. Right from the beginning, the crew made the experience feel special. Everyone was friendly, helpful, and always ready to answer questions or point out interesting things along the way. You can really tell they love this place and enjoy sharing it with visitors from all around the world. If you're planning a trip to Seward and want to experience Kenai Fjord, just search Major Marine Tours online. You'll find all the different cruise options, schedules, and booking information easily. But honestly, the best part about a journey like this is that you never really know what the day will bring. Every cruise is different. Some people come hoping to see whales, others want to get close to glaciers, and some just want to experience the beauty of Alaska's wild coastline. As we settle in and the boat slowly prepares to leave the harbor, let's take a moment to learn more about this incredible place we are about to explore. From the history hidden around Seward to the stories behind the Resurrection Bay and the glaciers and wildlife of Kenai Fjords National Park, there are so many fascinating details that makes this journey even more special. So, before we head out into the open waters, let's uncover some of the stories behind this amazing corner of Alaska. Alrighty, so here's an interesting fact. The deal they called a mistake. The town of Seward is named after William H. Seward, the US Secretary of State, who helped purchase Alaska from Russia in 1867. At that time, many people thought buying Alaska was a horrible idea and called it Seward's Folly. But today, with its incredible landscapes, wildlife, and natural resources, Alaska has become one of the most valuable and unique places in the world. I'll be quiet for a while and let Alaska do the talking. As we sail away from Seward Harbor, enjoy these incredible views of the town, the mountains, and the coastline before we head deeper into the wild beauty of Kenai Fjords. And just when we are sitting back, enjoying the views as Seward slowly disappearing behind us, look who decided to show up. Our first wildlife encounter of the day. A sea otter just casually floating around, enjoying the morning like it owns the place. Sea otters are one of the most iconic animals you can find along Alaska's coastline. They spend most of their lives in water, floating on their backs, eating, resting, and sometimes just relaxing like this little guy. What makes them even more amazing is their fur. They have the densest fur of any animal on earth, which helps them survive in these freezing waters because, unlike many marine animals, they don't rely on a thick layer of fat for warmth. And this is what makes a journey like this so special. You leave the harbor expecting glaciers and whales, but sometimes Alaska starts the show with a tiny otter just saying hello. Alrighty, here's another interesting fact. The story behind the name Kenai Fjord. You might be wondering, why Kenai Fjord? What exactly does that mean? The Kenai part comes from the Kenai Peninsula, the region we're exploring today. The name has roots in the indigenous Alutiiq people who have lived in this area for thousands of years, long before the explorers arrived here. And the word fjord describes the incredible landscape around us. A fjord is not just another bay, it's a deep ocean inlet carved by a massive glaciers over thousands of years. As these giant rivers of ice slowly moved through the mountains, they carved deep valleys into the land. When the glaciers retreated, the oceans filled those valleys, creating the dramatic waterways we see today. And that's what makes Kenai Fjord so special. It's a place where ancient ice, rugged mountains, and the oceans all come together in one incredible landscape. I guess this little guy wanted some extra camera time. We just saw one earlier and now another otter has decided to join the cruise for a few seconds. Meanwhile, we are hoping for whales, glaciers, and all big Alaska moments, but this little guy seems pretty happy being the first star of the show. But don't worry, Alaska has plenty more surprises waiting for you. It's just the beginning. We have got some incredible wildlife and breathtaking scenery still waiting ahead. So stay with me, grab your snacks, and enjoy the adventure. As we continue our journey, We're now approaching Resurrection Bay, the first major stretch of water we'll explore on this cruise. What makes this place fascinating isn't just a beautiful backdrop. This bay has been a natural harbor for explorers, fishermen, and communities for centuries. Protected by the surrounding coastline, these waters have always been a safe passage through Alaska's rugged shores. And here's another interesting fact. Why is it called the Resurrection Bay? The story goes back to 1792 when the Russian explorer Alexander Baranov and his crew were caught in a powerful storm while navigating Alaska's coastline. After struggling through the rough waters, they finally found refuge in this calm bay. They arrived around the time of the Orthodox celebration of the resurrection, and the name stayed with this place ever since. Today, those same waters that once provided shelter for explorers are now a getaway for thousands of visitors hoping to experience the wildlife and the landscapes of Kenai Fjord. And just before we fully enter Resurrection Bay, something catches everyone's attention. We notice a few other cruise boats slowing down and circling around the same area. At first, we are not exactly sure what's happening, but when multiple boats start gathering in one spot, you know something interesting must be there. Could it be whales? Maybe orcas? We're still trying to figure out from a distance, while the other boat seems to have much better view already. The captain starts moving us closer, and everyone is looking in the same directions. Cameras ready, waiting for this first glimpse. We haven't even properly started our journey into Resurrection Bay yet, and Alaska might already be preparing us for its big surprise. So stay with me, because something incredible is coming up very soon. And there we go. Alaska decided to welcome us in the best possible way. A family of orcas appears right in front of us as we approach Resurrection Bay. The captain spotted them and shared the news with everyone. And suddenly, the entire boat was looking in the same direction. Cameras ready. It looks like a family of three, most likely a mother, father, and their young calf. And honestly, what a day for this little one. Imagine your first big adventure in the ocean, swimming alongside your family with a boat full of excited people watching from a distance. Orcas, also known as killer whales, are actually the largest member of the dolphin family. Despite their name, they are not whales at all. They are incredibly intelligent animals living in close family groups called pods. These family bonds are so strong that orcas often stay with their mothers for many years, sometimes even their entire lives. Each pod has its own unique calls, almost like its own language, allowing them to communicate and recognize each other. Alaska's coastal waters are one of the best places in the world to spot these incredible animals. The rich waters here provide plenty of food, making this region an important home for different populations of orcas. Some orcas specialize in hunting marine mammals like seals and sea lions, while others mainly feed on fish. Their hunting techniques and behaviors can be completely different depending on their family group. And the amazing thing about this journey is that orcas are just one part of the incredible wildlife found around this Kenai Fjord. These waters are also home to humpback whales that migrate thousands of miles to Alaska every summer, coming here to feed in the nutrient-rich waters. You can also spot sea otters floating peacefully, Steller sea lions resting on rocky shores, bald eagles soaring above the coastline, and puffins flying between the cliffs. Alrighty, there it is. Welcome to the frozen world of Kenai Fjord. In front of us is Bear Glacier, the largest glacier flowing out of the massive Harding ice field, one of Alaska's most impressive frozen landscapes. Stretching down from Icefield towards Resurrection Bay, this glacier is a reminder of just how powerful nature has been in shaping this region for thousands of years. What looks like a quiet river of ice from a distance is actually a constantly moving force, slowly carving valleys and transforming the landscape around it. Here's some fascinating facts about Bear Glacier. It is connected to Harding ice field, which covers more than 700 square miles and acts as a giant frozen reservoir, feeding many glaciers around Kenai Peninsula. Over thousands of years, the movement of this ice created the dramatic valleys and waterways that makes Kenai Fjord so unique today. And seeing it from the water gives you a completely different perspective. The mountains, the oceans, and this enormous river of ice all comes together in one frame. A perfect example of why Alaska feels like a place from another world. I don't know about you guys, but this place is giving me some serious Jurassic Park vibes. The massive cliffs, the ocean, the mist, and this untouched landscape. It feels like we are entering a scene from a dinosaur movie where a T-Rex could walk out from behind those rocks at any moment. But luckily for us, there are no dinosaurs here today. But Alaska has its own little stars waiting for us, a colony of puffins. Let's enjoy this incredible scenery as we get closer to these adorable little birds. And there they are. The puffins have already started putting on a show for us. These little guys are flying all around the boat, diving through the air so quickly that keeping the camera on for them is becoming a challenge. They might look a little funny with their colored beaks and that serious expression, but puffins are actually incredible little birds. They're excellent swimmers, using their wings almost like an underwater flipper to chase fish beneath the surface. One of the coolest things about puffins is that they spend most of their lives out on the open ocean and only come to places like these cliffs during breeding season. These rocky islands becomes their home for raising their young before they head back out to sea. Seeing them this close, flying around us and going about their day is such a special experience. They almost feel like little comedians of the ocean, busy, curious, and completely unaware of how excited everyone on the boat is. And if you enjoy puffins, I actually had another amazing puffin encounter during my Newfoundland vlog. So we got to see those birds in a completely different landscape. Make sure to check that video as well. But for now, let's enjoy these little stars of Kenai Fjord putting on their own show. And then a bald eagle showed up. Flying across the water, it instantly grabbed everyone's attention. And the best reaction came from a kid on the boat who shouted, "That's America flying! That's America flying!" The bald eagle has been the national bird of United States since 1782 and has always been a symbol of strength, freedom, and the wild spirit of this country. Honestly, it was a perfect Alaska moment. A bald eagle soaring above the ocean surrounded by this incredible landscape. Here's another interesting fact: the secret behind Alaska's incredible wildlife. Ever wondered why Alaska has such an incredible variety of wildlife? The answer is hidden beneath the surface, literally. The cold waters around Kenai Fjord are full of nutrients brought up from the deep ocean. These nutrients support tiny organisms like plankton, which becomes the foundation of a massive food chain. From small fish and seabirds like puffins all the way up to humpback whales and orcas, everything is connected. It's amazing to think that the massive wildlife encounters we experience here all start with something so tiny. Then the captain makes an announcement. We are now pointing our way towards the Gulf of Alaska. Not heading deep into the open ocean, but enough to touch these legendary waters before making our way back towards the towering cliffs of Kenai Fjord. And look who decided to race alongside us, Dall's porpoises. These little speed machines are one of the fastest marine mammals in the ocean, reaching speeds of over 30 miles per hour. Instead of slowly swimming like some larger marine animals, they love to ride the waves created by the boats, almost like they're playing in the water. One of the coolest things about Dall's porpoises is their unique black and white coloring, which makes them easy to recognize as they quickly jump and disappear across the surface. Seeing them move so effortlessly these waters was such a fun surprise. Out here in Kenai Fjord, you never really know who's going to show up next. And now, the sea lions are taking the center stage. You can hear them before you even get close. These big, noisy, incredible social animals have completely taken over this rocky island, turning into their own little gathering spot. These are Steller sea lions, the largest sea lions in the world. The males can grow up to 1,000 kilograms while the females and the younger ones gather together in these coastal areas to rest, socialize and soak up the Alaskan sun. What makes them so fascinating is how different their personalities seem to be. Some are relaxing quietly, some are calling out loudly, and some look like they're just enjoying the attention from all the boats passing by. Out here in Kenai Fjords, every corner seems to have different surprise waiting, and tiny puffins flying overhead to these massive sea lions ruling the rocks below. And suddenly, our speedboat decided it was time for a little race. And of course, we had no chance. They disappeared ahead of us in seconds. What a place to have a race! A speedboat flying across the water with cliffs of Kenai towering behind, sun lighting up the mountains and the mist flowing over the ocean. It almost feels like a scene from a movie. Did you see that? Did something just come out of the water? At first we weren't even sure what we were looking at. Everyone started getting excited trying to figure out if it was a whale, and then suddenly there was a much bigger splash in the distance. Humpback whales. Those massive blows rising from the ocean were clear signs that we have some giants nearby. Everyone on the boat immediately started looking in the same direction, cameras ready, hoping for the perfect moment. Then, just when the excitement was building, another boat came racing in with loud music playing, completely unaware that few humpbacks were nearby. Unfortunately, that was our bad luck. The whales disappeared before we could get a closer look. But honestly, that's the wild side of wildlife watching. You can have the perfect conditions, the perfect location, and still, nature decides when the show begins and ends. We didn't get close-up whale moment we were still hoping for this time, but just knowing these giants were right there in the waters around us was pretty incredible. The humpback moment was brief, but luckily these sea lions were still here to keep us entertained. These guys were completely relaxed, enjoying the day on the rocks while creating their own little show for everyone to watch. After all excitement of chasing wildlife around Kenai Fjord, moments like this remind you that sometimes the best encounters are the ones where you just slow down and enjoy what's happening right in front of you. Now, it's time to slowly make our way back, but the adventure isn't just over yet. Even as the boat heads back towards Seward, Kenai Fjord continues to put on a show. The sun is out, the water is calm. The same landscapes which looked dramatic earlier now feels completely different under the golden light. Here's something fascinating about this place. Is a landscape that is still changing today. The glaciers here are constantly moving, retreating and reshaping the coastline, meaning Alaska you see today is not exactly the same Alaska that explorers saw hundreds of years ago. Every glacier, every island, every cliff has been shaped by thousands of years of ice, ocean and time. And maybe that's what makes this journey so special. You're not just visiting a beautiful place, you're witnessing a landscape that is still being written by nature. As we slowly make our way back, it's not hard to look around one more time and take it all in. The glaciers, the cliffs, the wildlife, and this endless Alaskan landscape. Every moment today felt like a scene from a story we always imagined growing up. What makes places like Kenai Fjord special is not just one highlight. It's the feeling of being surrounded by something so vast and untouched, where nature is still in control and we're just lucky enough to be here watching it. From the first glimpse of the coastline to the last look at these mountains, this journey gave us memories that will stay with us long after we leave. But our Alaska journey is not over yet. There are still more places to explore, more stories to tell, and more unforgettable moments waiting ahead. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Kenai Fjords. I can't wait to share what comes next. I'll see you in the next adventure.